Allah is serious to you. Allah is serious to you.
The bitter truth every leader must understand, the bitter truth everybody living in African continent must understand is that anyone that people want to give the power, the people have the ability to give that power to those people. I don't care to know if they are the military regime or they are democratic regime or it is an autocratic or they will turn their country into monarchy. It is nobody's business. The main thing is what works for the people. What works for America might not work for Nigeria. What is working for Nigeria might not work for Niger. So I don't know the reason why people want to impose democracy upon countries that it will not work for them. We are facing abject poverty in so many countries in Africa. We are facing abject poverty, insecurity in Africa. But we see that is because of the leadership, not that we are not blessed by God. We have the whole natural resources. We have all it takes to take care of Africans, including the world. The Africans have the resources to take care of the world. But why is it not happening? It is because of democracy. I don't think Africans are good in democratic government. So, if the people of Niger says they want to give power to the military regime, because as we can see, it is obvious. These people like what is going on in their country. They are fed up of insecurity. They are fed up of poverty. If you have been to Agadez, if you have been to Niamey, if you have been to so many parts of Niger, you will understand better what I'm saying. I have been to Niger. I know what they are passing through. Niger is very similar to northern Nigeria, where we have abject poverty, where we have children begging, who cannot feed themselves. We have parents giving birth to children they cannot take care of. And government is keeping quiet. Government can't control birth. Government can't control nothing. And people are talking about restoring democracy. What are you restoring? Are you restoring insecurity? Do you want to restore problem? People are running out of problem. You say you want to restore problem. Listen, I don't understand why the Westerners keep on thinking that Africans can never have sense. But I thank God for people who are rising. I think the time of revolution is now.
Calling yourself a Democrat when you loot all the resources of your country, mislead people, torture them, imprison them, burn their businesses to us, and you call that a democracy? Or a civilian rule and an illegally elected government? The leaders must stop lying to their electorate first. They must stop the corruption. They must stop looting our resources. They must understand that they are not a better citizen than anybody. Where is the fairness in ECOWAS or in the African Union? They are not representing us. I believe they are representing themselves. So we are calling them to remember that power belongs to the people. Alassane Ouattara knows how he came into power with Gbagbo. He knows. But he finished his 10-year term. He changed the constitution for another term. They are there with him. Nobody condemns him. They are not there to condemn him because he's dancing to their tune. Yagut, of recent, I have seen the ECOWAS introducing the anti-coup d'etat unit. Ñu ne pour coup d'etat dafa wara stop. Ku ko def, they will form a big unit, ñu ñew attaque la. We are not in support of coup d'etat. Let me make that very clear. And I want them to hear this. We are not in support of coup d'etat. I was a member of the Pan-African Parliament and have advocated strongly for us to introduce a term limit to make sure that we do away with coup d'etats in Africa, especially in West Africa. So meaning, I am not in support of coup d'etat. But I have a concern. Before setting up a unit or anti-coup d'etat unit in ECOWAS, isn't it time that the African head of states or the ECOWAS head of states look into the reason why there are coup d'etats? What are the root causes of coup d'etats? Let them put their house in order first before they set up an anti-coup d'etat unit. Let them put their house in order. And I believe their house is not in order. This unit is set up to defend them and to protect them only, nobody else. What is more coup d'etat than your national constitution gives you 2-term limit, 5 years, 2 terms. After serving 10 years, you want to change the constitution for another term. Is that not a coup d'etat? Because you feel you have the powers to do that. The soldiers have the powers to coup d'etat. That is also another coup d'etat. And they are living with them there. They are there. In the name of civilian, putting on mufti clothes, calling yourself a Democrat, when you loot all the resources of your country, mislead people, torture them, imprison them, burn their businesses to us, and you call that a democracy? Or a civilian rule and an illegally elected government? The leaders must stop lying to their electorate first. They must stop the corruption. They must stop looting our resources. They must understand that they are not a better citizen than anybody. They are given a responsibility, a role to play to help develop the countries and make sure that there is peace and tranquility and respect the constitution of the country. But this is not happening. Example is this government. This government has lied to people in 2016 that they are going only for 3 years. Was that not a lie? Who asked them to tell people that we are going for 3 years? Were they forced to say that? They went around the whole country, lied to everyone. When the people started reminding them, this is what you promised us, they throw tear gas on them. And the president is bragging, yes, when I throw tear gas in them, they never came back. Does that not anger the citizens? You throw tear gas on your people. Some of them are wounded and you stand out there and bragging that I throw them a tear gas. They never come back. That alone can anger the citizens. You promised the people you will have a security sector reform. It's never happening. The civil service sector reform is never happening. The Jani Commission was violated before the end of the commission. When you take all the assets of the former president, and now you are busy buying assets, your days are coming. I thought they should have learned, or they could have learned from this. Unfortunately, they are not learning. So before you create a unit to go against any attempt of coup d'etat, put your house in order. Stop lying to your electorate. Stop lying to your citizens. Stop looting the resources of your country. Stop corruption in your country. And then you can talk about anti-coup d'etat. When Alpha Condé was killing his people in Guinea, after serving 10 years, he said it was not enough. I want to serve another term. During the process, so many Guineans were killed. And I did not hear any ECOWAS going there or condemning him. You know why? Because Guinea was too big for them, or Alpha was dancing to their tune. Because I think that was why the small Gambia was surrounded all sides by soldiers and guns in 2016. Because Gambia was small, or Gambia is a small country, and Jammeh was not dancing to their tune. After the presidential election in Guinea, more than 300 Guineans were butchered, killed. No ECOWAS condemned him. No African Union condemned him. Instead, they pick up their phones and say, Monsieur le Président, félicitations, congratulations. That is the fair game that is happening in Africa. They can condemn Mali, they can condemn Guinea, they are soldiers. But the one in Chad, who has been given a red carpet from the African Union, was never condemned, and he's a soldier too. He's a soldier. They can give him a red carpet to the African Union. But the other soldiers are condemned for their attempt, or for their act. Where is the fairness in ECOWAS or in the African Union? They are not representing us. I believe they are representing themselves. So we are calling them to remember that power belongs to the people. Alassane Ouattara knows how he came into power with Gbagbo. He knows. But he finished his 10-year term, he changed the constitution for another term. They are there with him. Nobody condemns him. They are not there to condemn him because he's dancing to their tune. So I'm calling on ECOWAS to do the right thing. We young Africans, we are here watching, and we fear nothing. I don't have to be a president to be a Gambian.